Hello students, today we are going to discuss about deuterium exchange in H1 NMR spectroscopy. So, deuterium exchange is a very powerful tool to identify the exchangeable or labile protons in H1 NMR spectroscopy. Before we discuss the deuterium exchange, let's discuss what is meant by chemical exchange. So, chemical exchange is a process in which nucleus exchanges between two or more environments, which results in chemical shift change, coupling constant change, or change in NMR relaxation. So here are some figures which shows the exchange of protons between the molecules. This is the example of water molecule, and in the second example we can see that there is an exchange between amide proton and water molecule protons. So friends, we have different types of exchangeable protons in organic chemistry, such as amino protons, carboxylic protons, phenolic protons, or alcoholic, and so on. So these protons can be identified with the deuterium exchange. So as name suggests, it is just the exchange of deuterium with the proton. So instead of water molecule, we are using deuterated water, that is a D2O, for this deuterium exchange. Instead of putting water molecule, we are putting deuterated water, that is a D2O, in the sample tube. So to achieve the deuterium exchange, we need to put a single drop of D2O in an NMR tube containing the sample solution. After shaking and keeping for some time, the OH protons or any exchangeable proton is replaced by deuterium. This is so simple. Let's see. Here are some examples. We have this ethylamine, and when we place the deuterium in the sample tube, this NH proton is exchanged with this deuterium, and we get ND instead of NH. Similarly, if we have, this is the ethanol molecule, we can exchange this proton with the deuterium and we get finally CH3 CH2OD. That means the OH proton is replaced with the deuterium. The process is very simple and useful for the identification of deuterated or exchangeable protons. Here are some examples. Now let's see how this actually helps us to simplify the spectra and avoid confusion. So this is the H1 NMR spectra of 4-hydroxy propionophenone. So this first spectra is before deutero exchange, and we can see that the peak at 10.19 ppm is of OH protons. So it is very confusing whether it is really belong to OH or not. So identification of this proton, we can do the deutero exchange. Once we do the deutero exchange, you can see that the proton which is associated with OH is vanished. As you can see that the OH is H is NMR active, but deuterium is not NMR active. Hence, when it is becoming OD, the proton peak is vanished in the second spectra. So let's see another examples. We have the H1 NMR spectra of epinephrine. So in epinephrine, we have 3 OH functional groups like OH, OH, and OH. So before deuterium exchange, the spectra is very complicated and we cannot identify this peak at 4 ppm. After deuterium exchange, the OH protons are exchanged with the deuterium, and we clearly see that this triplet and this proton, this peak is of water molecule. So these 3 OH are replaced with a D and we get the clear spectra. Let's see another example or another spectra. We have the spectra of menthol with us, and we have OH in the menthol. So this is the peak which is associated with the OH, and it is in between all the CH2 and CH3 protons, that is aliphatic region. So it is very confusing whether this peak belongs to any CH2 CH3 or it is really of OH protons. So once we do the D2O by adding 1 drop of deuterated water in the sample, this peak at 1.8 ppm is vanished, and it is clear that this peak at 1.8 ppm is associated with the OH. So this is how the deuterium exchange help us to identify the labile or exchangeable protons as well as simplification of H1 NMR spectrum. So this is all about the deuterium exchange. I have gathered this information from these two books, that is Introduction to Spectroscopy by Pavia and Spectrometric Identification of Organic Compound by Silverstein. I will recommend to refer these two books for deuterium exchange topic. Thank you very much.